Right, time to inspect my new project, a Honda C90 with one major problem, and it's missing an engine. But let's see what else it's missing. Better glove up for this. It's could be a bit messy. It's a quite a cold morning, hence why I've got a do-rag on. Do-rag? It's a neckerchief, but it also works as a little hat to keep my ears warm. But once you've got the doors closed and you've been in here for a little while, it starts to warm up a bit. Anyway, my new project, a Honda C90. Oh, and by the way, just a quick thing, the camera that I'm recording this on now is exactly the same camera as my old one, except I found this one on eBay for second hand. And for a cheap second hand replacement, hey, it'll do. Onto the bike. This is a 1980 something Honda C90. I bought the frame, rolling frame, and it needs an engine. It is a project that someone started. It was running apparently. I mean, yeah, he had MOT and I think it still has an MOT on actually, and you know, it all still sort of works. And the only things that need to be really, yeah, so it's a project bike, and it's very risky buying someone else's project. It's something I don't normally do, and maybe this is going to be bad, but we'll see. So let's do a little quick walk around of what we got. So we've got probably a little headlight that probably does nothing at all other than just look like a headlight, but I have no idea how bright it is, but we'll see. I have to wait until I get an engine in there. It's got wrap handlebars, which means this is going to be a very hard ride. Even if I was to put grips on, I don't know, but this bare minimum look actually looks quite nice. I actually kind of like it. And this little button here is the horn. That is the horn button. I was actually demonstrated. The horn does actually work, although that is an old tatty horn on there. I don't know if I want to replace that or not. I'll leave it for now. But yeah, got a front brake, and you got nice big wide angle mirror, which is kind of neat. And yeah, another wrap instead of a grip. And this is like a pit bike generic thing. No indicators, because apparently in that law, if you look it up, and I did even ask an MOTer, the law is you don't need indicators on certain years of bike, and also if it's under a certain cc, you do not need a speedo and stuff like that. So that's pretty good. Down, the front wheel looks to be original and a bit rustied and stuff, but the rear wheel, it looks to be a OEM one. Not sure if it is an original, but it is very nice and clean and very nice, and all the spokes are very clean, everything's very nice. So I think that's either been restored or it's actually genuine. Not sure. Now this is where it gets a bit interesting. We've got a very simple wiring loom set up in here, and I hope these colour codes are going to match to the colour codes that I need, but these connectors are not going to match, so I'm going to have to splice these ones or splice the other ones. I don't know, we'll have to see, and change the connectors, or look up if I can get an adapter or something, because these will not work with the engine I'm thinking of getting, because I don't think they come with these connectors. But this is a very simple wiring loom, and even though it's got very thin wires, they seem quite alright, I guess. I don't like these thin wires. They're not really, they don't feel like, you know, they could easily be, I don't know, they just feel a bit brittle, but I don't know, maybe they are alright. Maybe they're alright. Maybe it's just me, I just don't like thin wires. I have to like tidy that up and really keep it close maybe. It's got a very simple wiring loom. This is the battery side. And it's not really sticking out, so there's going to be no battery in here. It's in fact, take this off, batteryless. There is a giant capacitor up somewhere here. There is a giant capacitor, and you literally give it a couple of kicks and it sends enough charge to the capacitor to start the bike and get it running, which is pretty neat. But yeah, there is a very simple wiring loom in here. Not sure exactly. I'm gonna have to look at it all and see how it all roughly works. But there's a few things missing on here. We've got the HT lead here, and what's this one? This is the, it can't be the fuel. Is that the fuel? That could be the fuel. Is that the fuel line? Yeah, it's a very nice bare minimum approach. This seat, I don't know how this seat is. I'm going to leave it for now. I mean, it looks really nice, but this seat is, I don't think is comfortable. Like, I think it is a very cheap, I think it is a bit of wood with a tiny amount of foam on the top. I think it really is. I think it's, I don't know, we'll see. I'll see how it is, but this one is, it just don't feel good at all. But that could be just me. I don't know. Maybe I haven't got enough padding on my derriere, but I'll have to, I don't know, I'll leave it for now. Like I said, I'm not even sure what I'm doing with this bike, to be honest. And then, yeah, this. Let's investigate this, because this petrol tank is the only bit of rust on the entire bike that I've seen. And I can smell, if I don't have a cold, I can already smell that very distinct petrol-y rusty smell. So it's not actually that bad in that there is a bit of sludge at the bottom, but nothing major. There's a bit of dirt and debris. Yeah, it is on its way, I'd say, to the side of, oh, it could be going bad slowly. There is a little bit discoloration on there. It's really hard for you guys to, I can't just put the camera down there because I don't think it's going to see anything, is it? Can I get the torch round? Let's see if we can get my phone in there, maybe. Yeah, so I can smell it, but there is a little bit of surface rust in there. Not a worrying amount, but still, if I can see a second-hand tank with no rust inside, because my other petrol tanks in my other C90s are like immaculate, so I mean, the only reason it would have gone rusty is because water gets on here, sits in here, and this is probably gone, to be honest. This seal's probably gone. Maybe it's not sealing up properly. There's rust underneath, so I'm going to say probably that this, I mean, it's old, so I'm not surprised it has a bit of rust. Anyway, let's lift the seat up and I can see what I've got underneath there with the wiring diagram and stuff. Inside, as you can see the original colour red. He didn't bother painting the inside, but you're not going to see the inside, so probably even I wouldn't paint the inside. Anyway, so you can see there's a nice big GC capacitor in there. So that's the thing that keeps it all running. Got flasher relay. Is that a flasher relay? What is that? Okay, so there's the switches. Oh, there we go. Is that the ignition? Aha, is that an ignition? Oh, is that the petrol tank? Okay, I'm not sure what that one is. Let's have a look. What's this one? This is the what is that? Fuse? It's the fuse. I think that's the fuse. Yeah, this is actually quite well done. It's actually quite well bolted in there. I thought it was kind of like chucked in there, to be honest, when I first saw it. I didn't really have a good look. But yeah, it's actually all quite solidly bolted in there. It's really nice, actually, really well done. Now I've just got to work out how to... Okay, looks like he had an adapter plate in there in the first place, so I think this is an adapter, this cable, so I could probably just pull this through. So like I say, this project is going to be a slower project because guess what, I'm working now, so I can't do it as quickly as I could the other one. And also I had the funds because I sold a Honda Shadow, which I never used really, so I sold that and then I dumped half that money that I sold straight into the other C90. This one, it doesn't require as much work, but it's still going to cost, let's see, 150, 60. So since I sat there and started talking about pricing, I just thought this is my list so far. So far it comes to £368-ish. So yeah, just under 400 quid, I reckon. And hopefully that's really the bulk of what I need. We shall see how it goes. Anyway, back to the shed. I reckon 400 quid to do this one. Because I'll need an engine, an exhaust. The other C90 cost me just over £1,000. It was £1,000, and then the 2 panniers that I did put me just over the £1,000 mark, but that was alright, so I could justify that. But this one, I'm going to try and, I don't know, maybe 500 quid. It depends, like you could run into something that you don't have. So it has the correct connectors here, I think, in the bottom. And it looks like this is an adapter or an extender. So I just need to work out how it all goes through. But also what I could do is I've got that C90 in that, underneath that blue box there's a C90 engine in there. The one that came up my other C90. Now I could have a go at rebuilding that and just whacking that in here, because it probably would fit. It's essentially is a C90 just with a C50 logo on the front. So yeah, it's all been chopped and changed, and yeah, I don't know. I shall have to investigate. Anyway, why did I get this bike? I have no idea why. I think I had space, and this was near where I lived. It was cheap, so I thought, okay, fine, let's just get it. And unfortunately I got it. So I've got it. What's the plan for it? Get it running for starters, but at the end of this year there is a few, or well, we're in the winter, we're January now that I'm filming this, so I would maybe, if I can get it running for summer, that'd be good. I mean, I would like it to have 3 running cubs for the summer, and then I can, well, I don't think I'll have any mates who'd want to do it with me, but I'd like to take all 3 of these to a C90 rally, so all my 3 cubs going to one of the C90 rallies that are on this year, or something like that. Anyway, that's it for now. This is the update. I might post an update about this later on when I do some work on it. Just for today though, I'm doing this. Oh, and remember in the last video I did, or a few videos ago, about mould? Once again, well, this is not once again, this is just mould in here. And I don't understand, because I've got the exact same of these in the garage, and they have not gone mouldy at all. Just this wood here has gone mouldy. So I don't know what's happened. I don't know if it's the plastic shed that heats and cools, and maybe that's why it moulds. But yeah, it's just really bizarre that I've got mould here again. So yeah. Any comments? Tips on mould again? I don't know, I think I'm just taking them out, washing them with bleach and putting them back, but I'm not sure if the mould's going to come back or not, or should I just get rid of this and chop some more wood up and put some different wood there maybe, and then maybe put some varnish on it or something. That's a day's job at least, that is. Anyway, maybe that's a good idea, maybe that's what I'll do. Anyway, that's it for now, thanks for watching, and this bike will see you hopefully in the next update, and the next video I'll post is me hopefully putting an engine inside of it. The engine, kickstart, exhaust, it needs a lot, it needs a lot. I've got some spare parts in these crates here, so probably use some of them. Anyway, this tyre is, don't know. Anyway, that's it, thanks for watching. Ciao. I mean, what do you think of the colour? I mean, it's this green, like this matty green colour. I kind of like it, to be honest. Don't think I'm going to change it.